All right, so the very last one is just looking, or at least with this sequence, is showing how to animate this text here. So this is spelled out as one word, as we remember from the previous one. And we're using this blocky kind of text that's like, kind of playful, and just thought it would kind of fit for Dad. So, but we want these guys to kind of roll in, right? So the general idea is that, yes, I could have a text of a D, an A, and another D, and then animate them all separately. And that does give me a fair amount of control, but it would also try to kind of drive me a little bit nuts and be a lot of extra work that I don't necessarily have to do. Not that much, but just so you can see this way of doing it. Whenever I have text, I can actually go under animation, and there's an option for animation text. And what you'll see here is how we have all these different attributes for the text. I can actually animate any one of these or all of these. So that means I could animate the color, the scale, its skewing, rotation, opacity, the tracking, the anchor itself, the character offset. These are all things that I can just either do all of them or just the ones that I need. So if I wanted to have all of these listed down below, I would just say all transform properties would list all of these above. If I know I'm only going to do a couple, like in my case, I think I'm only going to need rotation and position. So I would just go, oh, position. Then I go animate, text, rotation. Okay. And I make sure you have that text layer selected while you're doing it. And what you'll see here is under Dad, two things popped up, actually three. One, a function called animator1, and in that selection, range selector, I have position and rotation. Okay. And I'm going to open up range selector 1, and if I just grab rotation, you'll see I can actually do this. Now that's all great and well, but that's not how I want them to rotate. So I'm first going to kind of change that. Let's do a little option here. All right. Up advanced. You see there's a lot of modes inside of here that we can change. And basically what I need to do is I need to, here's my offset that I can actually push for the position, which is kind of neat. And you'll notice I have two positions. Let me try and open this up a little bit more so you can see it. Excuse me. So I have a few things that I can actually adjust. I've got my offset here. And what you'll notice is that's not affecting my rotation. Let's open up there. We are transform. So I have the position and rotation here, but I also have the general position and rotation. And what I want to do just kind of balance this out is if I actually change the position here, oops, let's move you the opposite way. We can see I can change where the anchor point is, which is this guy. And I can also adjust, oops, wrong one. This is for the whole. And these, the reason that the text ones are there is because those affect the individual text. So when I'm doing this, the little weird thing is just that you have these general controls for the whole word. You could think of transform for the whole word, and then you can think of the options under Animator 1 for the specific letters themselves, of where we can actually make our adjustments. Let me kind of zoom out of there. Okay, so what I need to do is I'm going to add one more function to it, which will be an anchor point. And there it is there. So I'm going to modify that anchor point and push the text down so that when I actually use the rotation, it's rotating from the center. See that? And then I just reposition, reposition the whole. Okay. So now if you look at my rotation, they're coming from the center. That's what I want to have. So once again, I have to decide where this guy is going to come in. Now let's take both of these and just move them back a little bit. Okay, so here's Dad right here. So, boom, it's going to be right about there. And what I want to key is a few things that are in the animator. And that's going to be, we can close the transform. I'm going to key the rotation, the position. I don't need the anchor point because I just used it to offset it, so it's rotating from the center and not from the ground, the base. But what I want to do is I want to go back to the beginning. I'm going to have it rotate a few times out, and I'm going to change its position off, and let's say even up. And I'm even going to offset it a little bit. Okay. And the offset I'm going to have to kind of mess with. So let's say right about here, the offset I'm going to key. Over here, and I might even pull these guys further out. But we can see where that is actually coming in. Oh, that's kind of neat. Might work. So if we actually pull this guy in, set its position here. Yeah, I like that. So we'll just use the end. We're going to key that. Actually, we're going to go back here and key that. And then come back over here and key it off screen. So now if we look at it, promotion graphics. I love sci-fi. I'm a geek, an artist, and a dad. And then we can have all the text leave
my name is
any way we
Carrier.
want. So basically we just added the different properties. I had to add an anchor point because it wasn't rotating off of what I wanted. And a lot of it is just kind of testing and seeing what some of these do, saving multiple versions, and then trying it out. So definitely one of the things to think about. And that's it. That should be enough to get you guys going.